Finally, the French troops have started to withdraw from Niger. This comes on Tuesday, yesterday, that they have started to withdraw from Niger. What a good news for Nigerians and the whole Africa who have fought for the evacuation or for the independence of Niger by its own. Hello, I am Mahlet Ayele, your host at Connect Africa, bringing you the latest from Niger and the region and the continent. Yeah, so let's go and see how this has come. Also, it has been expected, but this kind of have taken us by surprise for them to to do it so soon after resisting for such a long time and with the arrogance of President Macron. Now this came actually following on Monday after Algeria has announced it has postponed its mediation for some time, kind of for indefinite time. So it's immediately after that France has announced it will evacuate its troops from Niger. So they have been in 3 different places. Now they have started to bring them all to Niamey, and they have started also to be evacuated. Let's see. Let me share this. Yeah. Now, as we have been following, or if you have been following, Algeria is one of those countries, just like Burkina Faso and Mali, who has supported its support to the people of Niger, to the military administration in Niger by banning its airspace when ECOWAS threatened Niger that it will attack. And, in the fear of also as well, France will join or any other foreign forces will join to attack Niger. So it's that kind of country that showed its support. So it has been trying. It was trying to mediate, to bring the Nigerians from the military administration to the civilian administration, but the Nigerians have stuck saying that. We will do it in our own terms. As you know, the military leader, General Abdurrahman Tihiani, has announced that has proposed to ECOWAS a 3 years transition time, which will take intensively consulting, having a national dialogue, a continued national dialogue with Nigerians, not by any instruction from any other, whether it can be ECOWAS or Algeria or whatever. They said they will do it in their own terms, and this is exactly what they have done. When at the end of September, President Macron came out on September 24 and announced that he will withdraw its ambassador and troops from Niger. He said that by the end of the year, all troops will be withdrawn. But the Nigerians said, again, the military administration, they're unhappy with this statement, and it will be done according to their own terms. And guess what? They have done it according to their own terms. They have left no option to the French troops. Now, this is what is the operation for the departure of the first convoy under the escort of our defense and security forces will begin tomorrow. This is what the French government has announced on October 10. So when they do so, actually, it will be under the escort of the Nigerian military to avoid any clash, perhaps between the people of Niger and the military or for whatsoever. And that's, again, a very, very tactful measure from Niger, for doing, because if you remember also when the Nigerians have been protesting in front of the embassy and in front of the military base in Niamey. The Niger military was in between to avoid any clash. Those, those kind of incidents could have led easily to a clash, or possibly to pull out a whole mass of war or conflict. So kudos to them. They have really handled this sticky situation very well. They just came to power on July 26, but they have handled their matters as leaders, or as a regime that has been in power for such a long time. It looks like that they have studied their situation and the interest, and and also the intention of France for so long. As you know, General Abdurrahman Tihian is the leader of Niger as we speak. He has been the guard of the president. He was the head of the president guard. So perhaps he knows how things work. Another thing is that now I want to share with you, as you know, Niger has banned its airspace for any kind of French aircraft, for any kind of French aircraft, not commercial, not war, not nothing. In the beginning, when they came to power, when ECOWAS threatened military intervention, they have banned their airspace. But again, they have opened it for all commercial flights. Now they have banned it again, particularly for French airplanes. So now this troops cannot be airlifted. The Niger has closed its border with Nigeria, who have, the Nigeria has been leading ECOWAS and warmongering against Niger, and it has also closed its border with Benin after Benin started to welcome more French troops, and then while there is a standoff between Niger and France. So that was what made Niger to close its border with Benin. And again, as Benin has done, beside welcoming the troops, Niger has cut its military tie with Niger, because what Benin has done is breaching the agreement of the military tie, which would have enabled defending each other when there is a foreign intervention. So in that thought, Niger has also brought its soldiers to the border of Benin. Now, those borders which are open are with Mali and Burkina Faso, and that's also impossible because the French troops have been kicked out already from Mali and Burkina Faso. So they cannot be taken from there to go to France. So the other available route is the border with Chad. I mean, Niger has share borders with so many countries. I think more than 5, maybe 6 or 5 or 6. So the only available border is with Chad, and where actually the French has its commander as a whole lot of military bases. As I shared with you last time, the French troops have 9 bases in Chad alone. 9. Imagine there's 9 military bases. Is this is this a sovereign country? But that's another topic for another day anyway. So they will probably move their will be overland, of course, will be driven to Chad, and then from there, whether it's going to stay more troops for Chad, more French troops for Chad, or will it be withdrawn, or will it be perhaps taken to Douala, the capital of Cameroon, where it is easier to ship them back to France. But of course, again, the destination of the location of these French troops is not shared by the French government. So we will know only once, where this thousand and around 1,500 of French troops have been withdrawn, and where they will be located. But I'm sure there is another country to welcome them. It could be Ivory Coast, it could be Chad, it could be Benin, it could be Cameroon. All those are, their backyard, so for France, I'm sorry to say. So they can do whatever they want. They can even change regimes. They can extract resources. It's like their backyard. Unfortunately, but for now, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger have achieved their goal, of having their independence. Now they have to set things more in their own terms when it comes to trade and other agreements that they will have, or any other military agreements that they will have to secure their independence. And these three countries have already signed a military pact, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, that will enable them to defend each other when there is a military intervention or attack on one of them. An attack on one of them is literally considered now an attack on the other. So it's in that regard they will operate. So this is what is shared. There's no details. There's no details, but I think Algeria has played the role by postponing, whether it is a tactical one or it is something just spontaneously that made France to take this action. It will be something to be revealed later. But for now, that has played it that the French have given up their hope of a restoration of a civilian government. I mean, it's even surprising for them to hope, isn't it? I mean, because ever since the military administration came to power, they have seen that they are doing things in their own terms, regardless of any threat or anything, any threat from Macron, any threat from ECOWAS. I mean, they have been doing it in their own terms. So for them to expect that things will change and will be restored back to where it was or something in that direction I think it's just a foolishness. I mean, the French have been just buying their time to do their kind of honorary exit in a way, to say that we decided. No, but you have been pushed by the people of Niger. So that's the good news, and really kudos for the military administration in Niger and for all the Pan-Africans and Africans who have been behind from Niger. It doesn't matter. I mean, when we say African, I'm not talking about the heads of states. I'm talking about the people. The people, I can say that they have been Africans at home and Africans globally. They have been supporting this revolution. So, and Pan-African leaders who have really outspoken. I'm not talking about our heads of states. So thank you very much. That's the news that I wanted to bring you. Thank you for tuning in. This will allow to set things more independently. You will see more changes now in Niger, and I'm very happy for them. Thank you very much, and don't forget to subscribe and like and share the video. This is important. It will help us to grow. Thank you, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.